That moment your dog stops to eat grass, you've pulled it away 100 times. Turns out you were interrupting something it genuinely needed. Almost every dog owner believes grass eating means their dog is sick. That one belief, so common, so confident, turns out to be wrong in most cases. Think about the last time your dog did it. The way it chose a specific patch, chewed slowly, like it knew exactly what it was looking for. Here's what the research actually found, and why that changes every walk you'll ever take with your dog from this point forward. Your dog lives in your house, eats from a bowl, sleeps on your couch. But somewhere inside it, something ancient is still running. Wolves in the wild eat their prey whole, organs, bones, stomach contents. That stomach content? It was full of grass and plant matter. That plant matter wasn't accidental. For tens of thousands of years, wolves and wild dogs got their fiber, their folate, their gut balance, through prey, not grass. Then we changed everything. Kibble, processed food, diets built for convenience, not for what a dog's gut was actually designed to handle. But the instinct didn't disappear. It just found the closest available substitute. And that substitute is the grass in your backyard. Your dog's nose picks up compounds in grass that you can't detect at all. It isn't just eating randomly, it's selecting, every single time. It's choosing the patch, sniffing before biting, moving past some blades to get to others. That's not random hunger, that's precision. Researchers who studied free-ranging dogs kept finding the same pattern. Something older than any training you've ever given your dog was driving every choice. You domesticated this animal. You gave it a name, a bed, a routine. But you didn't domesticate what's running underneath all of that. That's not a problem to fix. That's the part of your dog that kept its ancestors alive for thousands of years before you ever existed. The grass-eating behavior follows a pattern researchers now recognize as a self-regulating loop, one your dog runs without any help from you. Every time you've pulled your dog away from that patch of grass, it went right back the next chance it got. You probably noticed. You just didn't know why. That persistence isn't stubbornness. It's your dog trusting its own body more than it trusts the leash in your hand. Here's where it goes deeper. Your dog isn't just following an ancient instinct. Its body is actively reading signals you can't see. Wild canids, wolves, foxes, wild dogs, eat grass more often when carrying intestinal parasites. Researchers observed this pattern across multiple species. Grass creates a physical reaction in the gut. Roughage gets the gut moving. Fiber binds to irritants. The whole system speeds up to push out what shouldn't be there. This isn't your dog being dramatic. This is a defense mechanism so old it predates every medication ever invented for dogs. And it works. Not perfectly, not every time, but often enough that evolution kept it, across every canid species on the planet. When gut irritation spikes, so does the urge to find grass. When the gut settles, the behavior stops. Your dog isn't confused, it's responding. Think about that for a second. Your dog feels something shift inside its body, and it knows exactly what to do about it. Without a vet, without you. That's not a dog being weird, that's a dog being extraordinarily capable, in a way most owners never stop to recognize. The gut signal it's reading, you can't feel it, you can't smell it. You'd never know something was off until your dog showed symptoms. But it already knew. It knew before you noticed anything was wrong. It had already gone looking for the answer, in that patch of grass you almost pulled it away from. Grass contains chlorophyll, fiber, and folate, compounds that directly interact with a dog's digestive chemistry in ways researchers are still mapping out. You've watched this animal every day for years, and this whole time, it's been quietly taking care of itself in ways you never fully understood. That's not distance between you, that's depth, and you're only just starting to see how deep it goes. So here's the part nobody talks about. The belief that sent you pulling your dog away from grass. Where did it even come from? It came from a pattern that felt logical. Dog eats grass, dog vomits. Therefore, grass causes vomiting. Clean, simple, completely backwards. Researchers at UC Davis surveyed over 1,500 dog owners. What they found overturned the assumption almost every owner carries. Less than 1 in 4 dogs vomits after eating grass, which means 3 out of 4 dogs, your dog most likely, was never doing it to be sick. It was doing something else entirely, something quieter, something your dog has been doing right while you kept stopping it. The data shows something even more specific. Dogs that show illness symptoms before eating grass, only about 8% of cases. Most are perfectly fine before, during, and after. 70%. 7 out of 10 times your dog stopped to eat grass, it wasn't sick. It wasn't about to be sick. It was just doing what it needed to do. And every single time, you pulled it away. Not because you were wrong to care, but because you were working with the wrong information. This is what changes when you understand what's actually happening. Not just the behavior, but the moment. What it means to let your dog do what its body is asking for. Because here's what your dog never stopped doing, even when you pulled it away. It came back. Every walk, every time. Patient in a way you didn't deserve yet. That patience isn't passive. That's your dog choosing, again and again, to stay in relationship with you even when you didn't understand it. You didn't know. Now you do. And that difference, between not knowing and knowing, is the whole point of paying attention to this animal. The grass was never the problem. The gap in understanding was. And right now, that gap just got a little smaller. So what's happening inside your dog? In that moment it stops, lowers its head, and starts choosing which blades of grass to eat. It's not distracted. It's not bored. It's completely present, more focused in that moment than it's been in the last 10 minutes of walking. Its nose is processing layers of scent information in that grass, moisture content, soil chemistry, what animals pass through, how recently it rained. All of that, processed in seconds, before it even takes the first bite. Your dog knows more about that patch of ground than you'll ever know about it. And when it finally chooses, that choice is the result of more sensory data than any human could process in the same amount of time. The part of your dog's brain built for smell is 40 times larger than the same part in yours. That grass patch your dog is reading, it's an entire world you're standing next to but can't enter. That world has texture, history, chemistry. It has information about what that patch of grass might do for its body right now, in this moment, on this day. You see a dog eating grass. It's experiencing something closer to a diagnostic, running its own quiet check on what its body needs and what's right there in the ground. Some dogs do it daily, some only occasionally. The frequency tends to shift with diet changes, seasons, stress levels, things you might not even notice are changing. Which means your dog has been tracking its own internal state, quietly, consistently, without ever asking you to understand what it was doing. There's something almost humbling about that. This animal that depends on you for everything, food, shelter, safety, has been quietly capable of things you never gave it credit for. You've been its whole world, and it's been carrying more wisdom about its own body than you ever stopped to notice. Think about the last walk you took together. At some point, your dog probably stopped, pulled towards something in the grass, and you made a decision. Maybe you let it, maybe you didn't. Either way, that moment meant something different to your dog than it did to you. When an owner pauses, stops pulling, and simply waits, something shifts in the dog. Researchers describe it as the moment a dog confirms it's safe with you. The dog's body language visibly changes. Its shoulders drop. Its tail settles. The urgency leaves its body because you just told it, without words, that you trust what it's doing. That's a small moment, but small moments are what a dog's entire relationship with you is built from. Not the big gestures, the small ones, every single day. Your dog doesn't remember the expensive toy you bought it. It remembers the walk where you stopped rushing, where you let it be what it is for 30 seconds. Dogs build their strongest memories around how something felt, not what actually happened. Your dog doesn't remember what it ate. It remembers how it felt when you were next to it. Safe, understood, not rushed. Those are the memories your dog is building every time you walk out that door together. And every time you pulled it away from that grass, it didn't hold it against you. It just waited for the next walk, the next chance. Still hopeful. That's what a dog is. Not a creature that holds grudges, a creature that keeps showing up with the same trust, walk after walk after walk. You've had hundreds of walks together. On the next one, you'll see something you never noticed before, and you'll know what it means. Not because anything changed about your dog, because something finally changed about the way you're looking at it. Here's what you now know that almost no one else does. Grass eating isn't a problem. It isn't sickness. It's one of the oldest forms of self-care in the animal kingdom. Your dog has been doing this right for every year of its life, long before you understood what you were watching. Think about that animal right now. Where is it? Probably closer to you than you realize. Probably already aware that you're here. It has carried this ancient intelligence its entire life, quietly, without asking for credit, without needing you to understand, but maybe hoping you'd get there someday. You've shared thousands of moments with this dog, most of them ordinary. And in the ordinary ones, it was always reaching toward you in ways you're only starting to see. 15,000 years of shared history between dogs and humans. And the grass your dog stopped to eat this morning, that moment is part of a line that runs all the way back. Next time your dog stops at that patch of grass, don't pull. Just stop. Stand next to it. Let it do what it's always known how to do. 30 seconds. That's all it needs. And in those 30 seconds, watch what happens to its body. The focus, the calm, the quiet knowing. Then it'll look up at you, the way it always does. And this time, you'll know what that look means. It means, thank you for staying. If this changed the way you see your dog, share it with someone who pulls their dog away from grass every single walk. They need to see this too. And while you're here, there's something else your dog does every single day that most owners completely misread. It's in the next video. Not a problem to fix, not a training issue, just another moment between you and your dog, one that means more than you've ever realized. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, because every video on this channel starts with the same question. What is your dog actually trying to tell you? You've been paying attention to this dog for years. This channel exists for the owners who want to pay attention better. Go find your dog right now. Not in 5 minutes. Right now. It's been waiting, the way it always waits, without making you feel guilty about it. 15,000 years of loyalty, and it's still here, still choosing you, every single day. Go be worth that.